Welcome, welcome to episode 10. All right, my other hand's out of the way. No, this hand is out of the way. Welcome to episode 10 of the Dooom vlog. My camera is once again not focusing on me, becoming quite annoying. Let's fix that. Are we focusing on me now? Focus on me. That's much better, much better. Hello, welcome to you. I'm hoping you can hear me. I'm really hoping you can hear me. Maybe I can ask the question.
Can you all hear me?
Can you all hear me? Can you?
Can you all hear me?
I hope so. I hope you can all hear me. Oh, I got a bit of a glitch on my screen just then. Everything's gone a little bit slow. Maybe I'm using too many of these bumpers here. I think I've caught up. I think it's all good. I'm also live on, by the way, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's BZ here in the Neon Doom Room. As you can see, all around me is the Neon Doom Room. Once again here for another Doom vlog. Another Doom vlog. Episode 10. Episode 10, I think 10's a little bit of a milestone. It's the beginning of a milestone. And we're here once again to talk about physical media, and the holy trinity of physical media. Physical media means a lot of things. The people out there that know what it means VHS, DVD, Laserdisc, means Blu-ray, it means 4K. I don't collect 4K because I don't have a 4K player. That's just another wormhole I don't want to go down right now. But it means all the things, literally all the things. So if you're interested in any form of physical media, it can even be reel-to-reel. It can be like, if you like playing your movies on a proper projector or on some kind of other projector, whatever you're into, that's what this is all about. It's even down to things like cassettes, CD, physical media games. I feel like I've got hundreds of games in here, but it means everything related to collecting physical stuff. Physically physical. You're not going to get more real than that, honestly. Physically physical stuff. And, you know, because in the day and age that we live in right now, we live in the digital age. We live in the streaming age. We live in the age of you don't own what you buy. You're just caretakers for it until they want to take it away from you. And there's many things that I've been reading about physical media. Even today, had the unfortunate misfortune of losing a punk album on Apple Music. They just took it off. It wasn't working and I couldn't figure out why, so I thought I'll just delete it and re-download it. And then I deleted it and it was not able to be downloaded because it wasn't anymore under the band's name. It was gone. So yeah, very unfortunate and very sad, and it made me quite frustrated that they just decided for whatever reason. Now maybe it pops back up later on, maybe they pay for the rights again, who knows, but unfortunately they've taken it down. And that's why we collect physical media. That's why I have CDs. That's why I have Blu-rays and DVDs. You know, it's the end of the day, I own it. If I can pop it on and it lives perpetually in this room, can be used at any point in time. That is physical media. And physical media is a beautiful thing. It is very much a beautiful thing. Roddy, are you watching me? Welcome, Roddy, my camera, the all-seeing eye, the all-knowing and non-judgmental camera, who is now currently not focusing on my face. Let's try and fix that by touching the back of the screen. That looks like it's a bit better. Is that a bit better? Can't tell. I'm getting some glitchy stuff with my computer at the moment. I'm also live streaming, as I cut myself off before, I'm also live streaming on 2 Instagram accounts at the moment. I don't know, I just do that sometimes because I think maybe someone's interested, they will jump on. They'll jump on and go, oh, you're live streaming on YouTube, and come across. But it doesn't seem to be working as much as I want it to. I'm not down with the Instagram algorithm. Not a fan of the Instagram algorithm. You've got to jump through hoops and make Instagram your second job, if not your first job, just to be able to have any kind of life on Instagram. And who's got time for that? I vlog once a week. I used to do videos once to twice a week. I mean, it's just too hard. It's too hard at the moment. Maybe I'll jump back into it when I've got a bit more time to edit, because editing is a whole new thing. It's a whole thing that you got to do on top of everything else. live streaming, all I have to do is get on here, turn my mic computer on, make sure nothing is going wrong, and just don't do something stupid on live on camera. That's the main thing I have to do. So I come in here once a week, I sit in front of Roddy. Roddy goes, what are you going to do today? And what are we doing? And then that's it. I do it. So here we are. We got the Instagram is still telling me it's trying to tell followers that I'm live. I'm so special that it's really spreading the word. And here I am with you guys, and you can see that I am live. Now, I did see one live viewer earlier, so let's do a quick spot check of who is on. It's not going to tell me who. I do have one live viewer and one view. So that could literally be anyone. That could be someone I know who does get in the chat, or it could be literally anyone or no one. It could be, well, sorry, I don't mean to say you are no one, but it could be anyone. Could be anyone at all. Could be someone who's walked away from the TV when they've changed channel. Don't know. But welcome to you. BZ here. Roddy is really not, he's not enjoying my face tonight. I don't know if it's because I put the main light on. I find the main light a little bit nicer. Let's see if I can zoom my actual face. Is that better? Roddy, can you focus? I think I can see myself a bit more clearly. Welcome, guys. We're gonna have a bit of a. I had a plan. See, I'm gonna. Oh no, my book's underneath. I have a pad, and I write down when I can a list of things to talk about. I still find it a struggle to find time to write a list on the pad of the things to talk about, because I also have to download things for those things to work. But I did start a list. It is now under a stack of physical media we're going to talk about. But yeah, there was a list under there that kind of got done, and then I just end up having this. This is what you get. You get somebody rambling at the screen, which I don't really mind, to be honest. I don't mind having a ramble. This is my channel. I'll do what I like with it. And yeah, let's do that right now. So before we go ahead and do anything though, before we go ahead and do anything at all, there's one thing I need to start each vlog with. Can you guess what it is? Can you guess what it is at all? It's got a bumper. It's got a bumper. I sometimes forget to do the bumper until after I've done the thing. But can you guess? It involves imbibing something. It involves imbibing something. Mr. Potter. Yes, that's right, guys. If you haven't guessed already, the first thing we're going to start with is a beer. So let's do that now. Let's start with the beer. Let's do the beer bumper and start with the beer. And then we can move on with our life and talk about physical media and everything else. In the meantime, we are playing the Clone Wars again over there, but I'm not going to watch that. I'm going to be focusing on you. That's just there to make the pretty lights flash in the background. In the meantime, let's have a beer. You ready? Beer. Go now. You weren't meant to see that. Welcome to main cam. Yes, we're going to have a beer. Click the wrong button. All right, so we do have a beer. I have already had about 3 beers tonight because we have visitors over, but I have spaced them out. At the end, I spaced it out because I had to say goodbye to them, clean up the kitchen, help put my kids to bed, come in here, set up. So there's been a couple of hours in between, and now we're going to have beer again. I think it should be fine. I don't think you're going to have a problem with me over imbibing. Come on, Roddy, focus. Focus, Roddy, focus. I need you to focus, Roddy. You're not doing a very good job of focusing. What if I make myself the center? Oh, he likes the center a lot more. Let's stick with the center. Can we stay in the center? Is it going to move? Feels like my camera's kind of got a cord behind it, and it kind of makes it move. Can we stay in the center? Let's stay in the center. If I move that way, it's not going to like me. If I move, yeah, let's do that. Let's stay in the center. Oh, you don't want to see my unhealthy stack of Blu-rays in the background. All right, there I am in the middle, taking center stage. All right, so let's have a beer. We're going to stick with the easy way out. We're going to stick with the This Is the Way schooner that I pretty much always use. Is Roddy going to focus? Come on, focus, Roddy. Focus. Focus, Roddy. Oh my God, you're not focusing. Why are you not focusing, Roddy? Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I've got faith in you, Roddy. I've got faith in you, Roddy. Oh my God, he's not focusing. Can we go like that? And then force him to focus. There we go. Much better. Right, this is the way glass. It is a bit smudgy. I'm not going to apologize. I've been told I apologize too much. So it has been washed. I'm just going to let you know that. It has been washed. Roddy will focus on it eventually. There you go. It's just a bit smudgy. This is the way. Drinking beer is the way, but in moderation. Always everything in moderation. Be safe out there, kids. So in the This is the way, I'll bring this closer. In the This is the way schooner glass, I'm going to put a different beer. Remember I told you I bought a few beers last time. They weren't expensive beers, but they are definitely not cheap beers either. So I've got a beer here. It is in a bottle this time, and it's not a twist top, is it? Nope, not a twist top. And I forgot to bring, as usual, a bottle opener with me. I brought a Monteith's Black Beer. I like the label. Let's see if I can go over the microphone without knocking it. I like the label because when I was young, see the anvil? When I was young, when I was in my teens, and I lived in a country old historic mining town, I started working at the local museum in the blacksmith shop. I was trained by a Cornishman, and he was a lovely old man whose name now eludes me for some reason. I was just about to say it and it dropped out of my mind. He started teaching me how to do traditional blacksmithing, and I loved the storytelling because he was Cornish. He had a lot of stories to tell me, and he was quite old. And he taught me how to be a blacksmith. I did that for about a year. And yeah, then I got set up by my then stepfather in my garage and lost all will to do it again because I didn't have the old blacksmith shop around me with all the junk and the bellows and forge. It just wasn't the same. But this has the anvil on the front. It is a Monteith's Brewing Company Black Beer, West Coast, 1868. It does say New Zealand. Dark, full-flavoured beer. So I like a dark beer, Motor Oil. Hello to Video Club Nights on Instagram, on my Neon Doom Room channel. Thank you for joining. I am actually on YouTube. This might be very weird to you. I have two phones set up, Video Club Nights. I have two phones set up, one on both of my Instagram channels, and I'm live on YouTube. So if you want to jump onto YouTube, I am actually on there. This is more just as a hello from Instagram, but also to sort of push you towards YouTube because I don't have a large following and I'll do anything I can to sort of push people towards YouTube. So if you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, Video Club Nights, feel free to jump on there and subscribe. And I'll also do this I'll do it in a minute for my live viewers. I'll do the subscribe screen. But right now, let's talk about the beer. I'll talk to you guys about the beer on Instagram. I'll show it to you guys down here as well, my two cameras. Unfortunately, I do not have my bottle opener in the room, so I have to use the one that's attached to the door. So please excuse me for one moment while I go ahead and do that. Okay, we've still got one live viewer. That's okay. That's okay. Maybe Video Club Nights might join us on YouTube. Do you reckon you will? Video Club Nights? You reckon you will? I reckon you might. Problem is, I'm going to go to my waiting screen. No, to my excuse me, beer throat. I'm going to go to my waiting screen on YouTube, but not on Instagram. Let's just wave to Video Club Nights. There you go. You get a wave from me. Video Club Nights on Instagram. Let's just go to my waiting screen so I can open this up. Is my Be Right Back screen or my really good Be Right Back screen? Oh, this one. Let's go to this screen. I'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Except for Instagram. Instagram will still see me. Back to main cam. Back to main cam. Back to Roddy. I should change the title of that to Roddy because really main cam is Roddy. It's Roddy's job. Roddy is the camera of the moment. Roddy is the man, the myth, the legend that focuses just on me. Except right now, he's not doing a very good job of focusing purely on me. Come on, Roddy. You were doing it before. Why? Why so blurry, Roddy? Let's see if we can fix that. Okay, can we focus? That's a bit better. That's a bit better. I don't know why he always goes out of focus. I don't think he likes my mid. He doesn't like mid-range. He likes me to be really close or really far away. All right, so we've got to open. Monteith's Brewing Co. Let's see if we can bring up our beer advocate and see if what they say about it before we drink it. Sorry for hitting the microphone. And sorry for saying sorry, because I've been told to say sorry too much. Beer advocate. There we go. I knew what I did last time. Beer advocate. Yes, yes. Okay. Now we're going to say, we're going to search, find a beer. Monteith's. Black. Is it going to give it to me? Monteith's Black. There it is. Oh, it's got a different label on it. Rated. What's the score? Is that really 5.2 ABV? It is too, 5.2 ABV. I wasn't expecting it to be that high. Good to note for next time. All right, so it gets, please don't tell me that's the score. I've got 82. 82 is the score out of 100. So 82 out of 100 is the score. That's not a bad score. The last beer we had was 74 or 75. They will have reviews. The first one was very simple. Having this again after 23 years, still really dig it. 3.75. One of the few beers I've actually asked for. Oh, really? He didn't like it. For his money back. Extremely poor carbonation. Yes, it produced a head, but this disappeared almost immediately, and what was left was flat and insipid. Some big words there for somebody with a very low dislike of black beer. Home brewing, yeah, he knows a lot. He's been doing home brewing. Okay, so this person says, a great black beer you can drink year-round, not at all heavy, with a nice combination of coffee, caramel, chocolate. Heavily recommended. Not even highly recommended. Heavily recommended. As a mainstream beer, it's up there with many craft beers. It goes to show there's many different people that like many different things. What's this one? 3.95 out of 5. Had on tap at Ellis May in Franz Joseph in New Zealand. Wow, people are hard on this beer. I enjoyed it. Lots of these chain restaurants have some bad beer, but this I liked. Not a huge chocolate fan, but the combination of this and the juiciness of it left me happy. Wouldn't seek it out, but for now it could be. On another note, some damn good beer here in New Zealand. 3.35 for this person out of 5. Dark, thin brown appearance with a sign. That doesn't make sense. With a sign, ant head, too much carbonation. I think that was misspelled. Mildly fruity aroma. That is still lacking. Taste is very smooth, fruity taste, but nothing that is too memorable. Hopefully it's not fruity. Oh, these ads keep popping up right over the words. It has an interesting aroma. This is 3.42 out of 5. And color was interesting. However, its head was disappointingly weak with no creaminess. Why does everyone want head on a beer? I don't like the head on the beer. I don't want head on the beer. I want a beer that has the taste of a beer with the head on it, but without the head on it. How flat the beer was. I drank several of these bottles and the experience was the same. Scores of other viewers are ridiculous. This is a second-rate beer. Don't waste your time. That was it. That's all the reviews. Not many, which is odd considering how many people are on Beer Advocate. Interesting. It doesn't even say more. It just ends. Okay, so most people put it around 3.5 3.8. One random one was 2 point something, 2.81. Most of them are around the 3.8, 3.85. I'll take it. Let's try it. We're going to give it the sniff test first. Okay, interesting. Doesn't smell like chocolate, but we'll give it a go. Over the keyboard, do you think that's the safest way, considering what I did to it last time? Oh, don't smash my glass. There's a little bit of head. It's got carbonation. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, you crazy people? Look, there's a little bit of head. It is a little bit fruity. I don't know how they managed to do that, but it is a little bit fruity. Where's my bit? There it is. At 5.2% alcohol. The head does dissipate. I will give it that, but I think it's because it's a watery kind of beer. Interesting. Let's give it a glug. Let's give it a glug. Are we ready? Well, I don't know what they're talking about. There is carbonation in there. The carbonation isn't the standard taste of carbonation. It has got a coffee-ish, I wouldn't say chocolate, although there is a little bit of that. It is kind of got a coffee aroma, coffee taste to it, a little hint of chocolate, and a little bit of fruitiness. But the carbonation is not bad. Well, look, it's gone away. You can see it, Roddy. You can see it's gone away. But look how black that is. But it's not flat. In fact, if you could see what I can see from the top, when I drink it, there's definitely carbonation there. I can see it. And I can taste the carbonation too. So maybe these people had an older beer, one that's been around for a bit. But the carbonation in this is fine. I can taste it. I can actually see the bubbles on the very edge of the glass. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, let's get out of Beer Advocate. Don't want that there either. Let's do a spot check on our viewers. 2 live viewers. Thank you. 2 live viewers, 2 views so far. Hopefully it's not the same person. Hopefully it's 2 different people. You want to go ahead and join the chat. The chat's, I don't know where it is on your screen. I always get mixed up because I feel like I'm in reverse, but it should be on that side, I believe. Unless you're on TV. I'm not too sure how it works on TV. It should be on that side, which is weird to do because I'm pointing it the other way. It should be that side on your screen. But really, yeah, that's right, because if I'm facing this way towards myself, it would be on that side. Yes, so go ahead and join the chat if you want to. We're going to talk about some physical media in a minute. We're just doing the beer segment first. Monteith's black beer. That is very nice. I like it. It is, look, I like Guinness. I would probably gauge most things by Guinness. But Guinness is a very particular kind of beer. I think it's its own animal, really. Whereas Monteith's, it kind of has more of, how would I put it? Is this a stout? Where's the bottle? It's just a black beer. It doesn't really tell me what kind of beer it is. It doesn't taste like a stout. It tastes like a black ale or something like that. I'm not too sure if I'm right or wrong about that. But I'm getting more of an ale taste out of it than I am getting a stout taste out of it. But once again, I'm not a specialist. I have no licenses. Roddy is once again not focusing on me. Roddy. Okay. There we go. Now he's focusing on me. So yes, I think it's nice. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. So let's move on. We'll drink that. I keep hitting my mic. We'll drink that as we look at things. All right, so guys, we're going to move on to the next segment tonight. I feel a bit like I smell a bit smoky, but I had a fire set up in the backyard tonight, and that's probably residual smoke from that. And it was a nice fire. It was hardwood, so it was very nice. It was burning merrily in its chimney. And that's an interesting thing. We're going to talk about fires tonight. We're going to talk about something to do with physical media and fires too. We're getting still a little bit of blurriness from Roddy. I'm not entirely sure what to do about that. Keep just focusing on myself by touching the camera screen on the back. And it keeps going back and then keeps going away. So I don't know if I can fix that problem. So sorry about that, and sorry for saying sorry. All right, so now we are going to move on to the next thing, which will be our physical media. 3 live viewers. What the actual heck? What the heck? Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome to ye. Look, we're going to move on to Let's Get Physical Media. You know I like to talk about physical media, and that's what we're going to do today. We've got a little stack here, but we've also got some mail that will be part of the mail segment. And there are some other things I could get to over there, but I don't know if I will tonight. I think I might just dig out some CDs to go through, because I keep threatening is not the right word, threatening to go through my CDs here and explain to you some of the finds that I've got in this stack down here. I would love to do that because I'd like to get it out of the way so I can put them away. I don't want things piling up on my floor again. I've just cleaned up in here and I can't go through that anymore. But in the meantime, before I go through that, what I want to sort of ask of you is whether you guys might think that you might like to subscribe. It's a small act by you is to like or subscribe. It is a huge, huge deal to me, because when it's done by you, the YouTube algorithm, which is a crazy, stupid, maniacal algorithm, actually recognizes that someone is interested in the little thing I do on this little pokey channel with 140 plus subscribers, and it directs more of my videos to other people. As crazy as that seems, because back in the old days, it was done sequentially. You could scroll through and see what was dropped that day, and you would find someone. And if they dropped something else, you could scroll through and you could find someone sequentially because it was done in order. Same with Instagram. But now it's about who YouTube and Instagram decide deserve to watch this video. So much like Instagram, if you don't watch, or somebody doesn't watch, or they don't linger long enough, they won't even show your own subscribers the video. And the same with Instagram. Hi, on Instagram, if I have, and on my previous channel that is not one of these two, I had like close to 2,000 followers. Once they changed the rules, like literally 10%, if not less, were shown my videos or my content. And if somebody clicked enough, they would show it to another like 5% of them. So even though you subscribe, doesn't mean that YouTube or Instagram wants to show you what I show you. So if you go ahead and you subscribe, you click that little subscribe button. Even if you don't like my content and you want to change it and not watch it later, that's fine. You can do that later. But subscribing now makes all the difference, because what that means now is that every little algorithm part picks me and says people are watching you. So if you can do that, I would be very, very greatly appreciative. And thank you so much to the people that have subbed me in the last year. Actually, we've been on YouTube over 2 years. But in the last year, thank you so much to all the people that have subbed and liked and left comments. Not all the comments I like. I had someone leave a comment the other day that just wrote AI slop. And I asked, what do you mean by that? No response. I'm not offended easily, so it didn't bother me, but I just wanted to know what they meant by AI slop. What kind of comment is that? Unless they were commenting on something in my video, but there was no kind of description. But yeah, anything helps. Gosh, leave a thumbs down. It doesn't bother me, because every bit of content that you touch, that you interact with, is good for my channel. Okay, all right, so let's move on to Let's Get Physical Media. We are also going to talk about toys tonight. I do have some toys to talk about. I'll probably talk about one, maybe two, but also I want to show you someone's Instagram feed that I think is an amazing content creator and an amazing creator. But in the meantime, all we're going to do is talk about Let's Get Physical Media. So let's get physical media.
Let's get physical media. I want to get physical media. Let me hear your movies talk.
Let me hear your movies talk. I love that. I want to put some music behind it so people actually can hear the music go with it. But in the meantime, it always makes me laugh. Always ends on the right note for me. I wish I could just show the ending part of that when I play it and then play it again, just the ending, but I can't. I have to play the whole thing all over again, and I'm not going to do that. So in the meantime, let us talk about physical media. I think that's the next thing we should be doing.
Let's get physical media.
Yeah, let's get physical media. All right, so today I dropped by, was it the only thing I picked up? I have a funny feeling I picked something else up. Let me just quick look. So I have a funny feeling these are from multiple places. Is that true? Am I lying to myself? I think there's more things in that bag. I think there's more in my bag over there. Let me just check my bag for a second. Hang on. Let me just check my bag. I don't know if you want to see my back as I bend over to look what's in the bag, because I can't remember because I thought I had more than that. Let's see if I've got more in my bag. Hang on. This is a mystery that needs to be answered. Give me a second. Why can I never find my links? Yeah, there we go. Yes. Microphone. Oh, now I've got microphone. So I realized that some of the way through that, I saw with the microphone on, you would have heard lots of banging and rustling. So I switched it off. Yeah, so I found more in the bag. I thought I did. I was like, I swear I had more than that. So you can see sort of the top of the stack there. Oh, there is one VHS tape up there as well. All right, so let's talk about the physical media I have found in the last week. It's been at a couple of different places. And just to let you know that I am, as of this point, being extremely selective, and Roddy is being extremely not selective with focusing on my face. Roddy, do I have to twist this camera right into the middle? Is that what I have to do? Roddy? I think I do need to do that. Focus on me, Roddy. All right, I'll try and stay in the center. It's a bit hard because I've got a few things around me. This seat is very uncomfortable, but it's been my seat for a very long time, so I'm quite connected to it. All right, so we have a big stack here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 DVDs or DVD sets, 1 Blu-ray and 2 VHS tapes. I believe I'm correct in that calculation. In the meantime, guys, jump in the chat. Who we got? We had 3. Oh, 4 views and 3 people. Still don't know how that happens. Is there an invisible viewer that is not viewing live, or somebody that's coming back? It's a mystery. 3 live viewers, 4 views. Sometimes I see 0 live viewers and 1 view. I don't understand how the maths of that works. But let's have a look at the very first one while I drink my beer. The first DVD I found, and then, as I said, they're at different places depending on where I went. There's an op shop right around the corner from where I work, Actually, two of them. One is across the road, a bit harder to get to, and the other place I went to was Savers. So I got this because, you know, we love Red Dwarf. Come on, Roddy, seriously. Do I need to recalibrate you? See, that's so much clearer when you focus on me. The first one is this. Roddy, can you focus on that? There you go, Red Dwarf 7. It does say bonus material, but there are episodes on here. So I'm thinking, yeah, it definitely is. See the spine on it? So can I get Roddy to just do that for a second? And then look at the spine. It is part of a set. Series 7, and it's part of a set because it's got partial image of the spine. But regardless of that, I do have a few of these partial sets, but I have a lot of them on burnt discs. Somebody burnt discs for me years ago, and I've never let go of them. They're still part of my... they're in my folder of movies. Come on, Roddy. They're in my folder of movies. I like the glossiness on this. This has bonus material, over 4 hours of deleted scenes, outtakes, interviews, and extras. But this does, oh, it's the entire and extended series. And it has sticky tape on it. This, oh, that ripped really easy. How'd that happen? Let me just drink this first. Trying really hard not to hit my microphone. And Roddy's not trying hard to be focused on me. I wonder if my friend Mr. Mark McBride might be in the chat, might be watching live. And if he is, why are you not commenting? It's something smart right now. 4 views, 3 live viewers. So let's open it. Oh, I love the booklets in there. It's got the booklet. And the disc, obviously. But this has a few... Oh, the book is really cool. How can I do this without wrecking anything? There's Crichton. It's a nice purple book to match the Neon Doom Room channel's colours. I never meant the Neon Doom Room to have the colour purple as its main colour. It just kind of happened. Never been a purple person. Oh, there's Cat. No, where was Cat? I thought I saw Cat. Did I not see Cat? Maybe it was just Lister. There's Cat. Lister. Wow, it's really hard to grab this from behind. That's what she said. Rimmer. A great booklet. I think this might be a European version one because it's got the red 12 on. Oh, right. So I see what's going on here. They've double disked the double disc. Let me just show you. Hang on. There's a disc on top of a disc. Not a fan of that. I think this came out of a set where this kind of been a set where that actually applies. I think there must have been a double disc part of this. Maybe this was meant to be a flip case. But yeah, the disc looks very clean regardless. Very clean. Let's look at the other one because that can't be. Oh, is there more than? Ah, I see what's going on here. There is literally more than one disc. There's 3 discs. Just stacked willy-nilly on top of each other. Not my favorite way of people doing things. I think this came in a flip case. Disc is mostly clean, a couple of smudges. The other ones are really clean. I'm going to have to find a flippy case to swap these out into. Unless they all went like that, because it looks like they all fit very snugly like that, which is odd. 3 discs stacked on top of each other. But regardless, Red Dwarf is great, great British humour. Excellent, very funny, very snarky, very snide, very silly. I think if you want just a good laugh, if you don't get British humour, if you don't get any British, English, Irish, UK humour, if you don't get any of it, you're not going to like it. Well, maybe it'll convert you, who knows. But Red Dwarf is a series that warms my heart. It used to be a series along with obviously the young ones and many others that I would put on just to make me feel good. Just put it on. I'd be like, I'm bored. I want to watch something. I'll have it going in the background. Just put on Red Dwarf. You'd walk in the room and stop and watch it. Or you just sit there with popcorn or your lunch or whatever and just watch Red Dwarf. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I'll tell you that much. That was $3. Not my favorite price, but then again, it is a series, so I can forgive $3 to a certain degree depending on what I want to buy. Plus bonus materials. It does have quite a lot of episodes on it. I thought I saw the episodes. It's got to be an English one. See how it has the 12? The red 12. Roddy will focus on that better than he focuses on my face. It, I believe, is a UK delineation for, you know, who can watch it. I did see, well, I thought I saw episodes written on here somewhere. Those might be lost episodes, but it is the extras for the most part. It will have Alison Troy. Welcome, Alison. Oh, so good to see you on here. I watch your colouring videos quite a lot, actually. Usually on Instagram, because it's just a lot more, it's a lot easier for me to actually get your content on Instagram. On YouTube is long form for me. I tend to listen a lot more than I watch. I don't know if that makes sense, but I tend to put it on with my earbuds in when I'm doing things, as opposed to Instagram, which I just scroll and scroll and scroll. So I'll scroll through a lot of your colouring videos. And thank you so much for joining me. Always great to see you out and about on your channels. And yes, there will be some toys tonight. I don't think a lot, but there will be some toys and a little bit of toy talk. But anybody who is watching, please go ahead and check out Alison Troy, Retro Toy Princess, on Instagram and on YouTube. But in the meantime, yeah, Red Dwarf is the best. Thank you, Alison. It is the best. When I've tried to explain this to people, where I try to, because I always try to make people I convert people to Red Dwarf. It's very hard to convert people to Red Dwarf because sometimes they might watch a little bit of it and just go, I didn't get it. It's like, no. Just keep watching. Because when you get to an episode like when you see Kat just standing at the food dispenser saying the word fish over and over again while he stacks up fish on top of himself, it's just funny. It's very, very funny. Ow. Anyway, enough of that. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, I bought this because, I don't know why, because I honestly don't know why. I'm getting into old-timey movies. I don't really like the terminology old-timey movies, but I'm getting into old-timey movies. And I can blame the Cobwebs channel for that. So if you're not familiar with the Cobwebs channel, he does mostly like old school, classic kind of like Hollywood monsters, vampires, things like that. Yeah, I agree, Alison. You got to give it at least 4 episodes. You do, and you gotta align yourself with the humor. That's right. For it to click, the humor is, it's very UK, and I think that there is some adjustment to that. But once again, it's just a certain type of humor. So if you can adjust yourself to that type of humor, and just allow it in, just like the devil, just allow it in. Just open yourself up and just let it in. You'll find a way to. It'll be funny. But if you're like, just don't understand that kind of dry humor, you won't get it. But I'm always willing to have a convert, to be honest, because I want to talk to people about movies and about TV series, and the Red Dwarf series is a great one to have a conversation about. Wow, okay, I just realized this case is just destroyed. I'll get a new case for it, that's okay. It's destroyed. Okay, that's okay, Alison. That's okay. You do you. If anyone understands, Alison, it's me. I appreciate you dropping into the chat. It actually means a lot to me, so thank you so much for that. And good luck with your filming. I know you do a lot of filming, so thank you very much for being here. And yes, listening is good. I'm always happy if someone just wants to listen and doesn't want to watch. That's fine. Thank you, Alison. Yeah, so I picked this up, Singing in the Rain, old-timey movie. Like I said, don't really like that terminology. But Singing in the Rain. It's a 2-disc special edition. Gene Kelly, Donald O'Connor, and Debbie Reynolds. What a glorious feeling. Now, not the kind of movie I probably would not rewatch. Not the kind of movie I would have jumped into immediately now, but I grew up on all these movies when I was a kid. And you know how it is when you watch a movie and you go, oh, I'm really nostalgic for it, but I haven't seen it for like 20 years. And then you watch the movie and go, this is a struggle. Because maybe the younger you was like open or whatever the case might be. And when you're older, maybe the nostalgia just doesn't stand up to the test of time. I don't know if this will stand up to the test of time, but I do remember watching Singing in the Rain many times when I was young, and I am more than happy to give this another go. Now, this is a 2-disc edition, always a great surprise to find 2-disc editions of old movies, because a lot of the time you find them as single editions because they're cheap to find, unless you're buying Blu-ray 4K or something. But, oh, the yawning started. No, I stopped it. This one is broken on the inside, but the disc's in the holder. It's the bottom, if Roddy will actually focus, is destroyed. But that's actually okay. I've got a kind of collection of cases that I use from movies I don't like, or movies that are part of a bundle or part of something someone's given me where I don't want the discs. And I keep the cases and I throw out the sleeves, and I either give away the discs, or if they're really bad, I just chuck them out. Disc is used but not terrible. So that's the first disc. Disc 1 is the movie, I do believe. Second disc, and it is region 4, just says disc 2, which is bonus materials. This is great. It has 2 documentaries, excerpts, You Are My Lucky Star outtakes, scoring sessions and music cues, and of course the ever-present and never used viewing gallery or stills gallery. Who actually spends the time? I want an honest answer from anyone that watches this video, even if you're a replay crew. Can you just tell me any time you've actually chucked the video on, the DVD on, and you've actually clicked stills gallery? Because I've done it a few times and I just don't do it anymore. Because a lot of the time you just got to stand there with your arm out, sit there with your arm out on the remote, pressing the OK or next button on each image. And sometimes it's interesting, and sometimes it is 100% not interesting. If you're a fan of Mad Max, which I am, all you ever got was the stills gallery. And you got like the history, which was great, but as the written word, so you have to read off the screen like you're reading a novel, press next and next. Never been given a documentary for the original Mad Max or Mad Max 2. Once again, you can check out the handmade, like the what would you call that? The fan-made, I should say, fan-made version of that documentary, which is a very good documentary for Mad Max and Mad Max 2 on YouTube. But Singing in the Rain, 2-disc edition, very happy to have it. Yeah, and I have, like I said, been watching a bit lately. I've been watching a lot of Audrey Hepburn. I watched Charade, Sabrina, and Breakfast at Tiffany's, and I enjoyed all of them to different levels and for different reasons. But yes, old-timey movie, Singing in the Rain. And that one was $2. So still pushing it for my price range. I bought it anyway. Now back to Red Dwarf again. I have a few Red Dwarf VHS tapes. And I have this one. I just realized I didn't check that it was in there, but it is. I have a few, and I wish I remember where I put them. They're somewhere in the room. I've moved everything around. I have a whole stack under this actual table that I'm working off of because, you know, running out of room. But this is Red Dwarf, The End. And I have a funny feeling I might actually have this, but I hope I don't, just so I can have one that I don't have. BBC, look at that great cover art. Great cover art. Bite One. I like how they do that sort of thing, and not like, you know, VHS 1 or, you know, Section 1 or whatever they have. Bite One. The original series now on video. Now, I don't remember the sequence of these, but it does usually give you 3 episodes, I think. On here it's got... Oh, so it is number 1. Yeah, because it starts with The End. I remember now. So this is the very first VHS tape. Sorry, I have bad eyesight. And I'm sorry that I'm sorry, because I'm always saying I'm sorry. It begins with Bite One, the original pilot show never repeated on TV, and the first episode was called The End. Second one, Future Echoes, and Balance of Power being the third. So you usually got about 3 episodes on these VHS tapes. trying to hide my yawning. I'll have to take that sticker off. Let's just do it now. It's $3. Man, $3 for a VHS tape. Crazy. I was actually in a second-hand store the other day, or charity shop, and they had DVDs for $2, Blu-rays for I think $3. No, Blu-rays for $2, DVDs for $1, and the VHS tapes were $3. And I said, why are the VHS tapes more expensive than the DVDs and the Blu-rays? And they said, oh, probably because they're worth more money now. I was like, okay then. So that's the reason why you're doing that. Because everywhere else I go, they're $1. I get VHS tapes for $1. Not that I ever find a ton of amazing ones, but I found some good ones. I've got a huge collection, believe it or not. But yeah, so $3. I picked it up mostly because it's Red Dwarf. It was in there, as I discussed. It has a very plain sleeve with no topper. There is probably better terminology to what is on a VHS tape, but I always call it the spine or the sticker or decal, and then the topper, which goes on top. Usually has all of the balderdash about copyrights and maybe a name and a title and whatever else. There's nothing on there, but it has been rewound, and the tape does not look moldy, which is a good thing. So I'll have to chuck that on at some point. Good find, very good find. Happy to have that. Always happy to have VHS tapes. Just being very, very picky about what I get now, mostly because I just have zero space, and I have to have zero tolerance for the zero space, because this room does not allow me to have anything that I don't need. So with this selection of DVDs and Blu-rays, etc., I have been very picky about what I want. Very, very picky about what I want, because at the end of the day, I can't afford to be like, I'll try that, I'll try that, I'll try that, I'll try that, when I probably won't watch it at all. It just goes in the collection, doesn't get watched. So I'm starting to be very picky. In fact, I put quite a few things away today that I had in my hand. I put away 6 or 5 things, and came away with just what I've got. Here's another DVD, 3 for $20. Where was that? Where was that? Doesn't tell me. Was that some store? It looks like a Brash's sticker. I don't know if anyone's familiar with Brash's. Edge of Darkness, Mel Gibson. I really don't want that sticker on there though. It's some stickers I'm nostalgic for. Like if I had a Video Easy sticker on, I'd probably keep it on there. If I had a Blockbuster sticker on there, I'd probably keep it on there. Oh, this is not going to come off, is it? I could just sit here for 20 minutes peeling this out of frustration and it won't come off. But Mel Gibson, oh, you almost did. Mel Gibson in Edge of Darkness. Oh, it's coming off. Look, look, look. You want some ASMR? Visual ASMR. Ready? Come on, ready? You can focus. You can focus. Visual ASMR. And it's actually coming off without tearing. Anyone enjoying this like I am? Mel Gibson, Edge of Darkness. Some secrets take you to the edge. How many times can I say edge? I like Mel Gibson. I have some issues with, I don't know, the stupidity of him at times. I don't understand the stupid stuff he does. But as a director and an actor, phenomenal. Phenomenal. Apocalypto, anyone seen Apocalypto? One of my favorite videos. One of my favorite movies of that was produced by Mel Gibson. Very clean disc. Some slight scratching. Overall in very good condition. But yes, Mel, I don't know. Like, once you become a famous person, the things out of your mouth can just, I don't know. I don't know how people don't get buried by their own bullshit. Because honestly, Mel could have buried himself 5 times over by now, just like other people. But he's been a bit quiet lately, which is a good thing. You know, keep your mouth shut and don't do anything to endanger your career or the respect of your viewers. But yes, Edge of Darkness, Mel Gibson. You know what? I've never seen it, so it looks amazing. Is that? No, that's not who I thought it was. That's someone else entirely. Okay, that's all right. So I just wanted to get it. It looked interesting. He does it well. He does thriller very well. He does vengeful very well. He does mysteries and action very well. So I did see this at that same op shop thrift store not long ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago, and I left it. But I went back and it was there still. I was like, oh, I'll just get it. It was $2. So I got that. Now, I picked this one up because I'd actually heard on the grapevine that it was a good movie. I'd always turned it down. I don't know why my live has ended, but that's okay. That is okay with me. Sorry, that's the live on Instagram. Let's get rid of you. Oh, 1%, that's going to die anyway. Sorry, I've got one phone that's really old and one phone that's really new, and they both have different ways of being used. Turn you off. Don't like you being on. One Instagram running. I picked this up because I do like westerns, and I really wish I picked up the Pancho Villa one I saw today, but I picked this one up because I've heard it was good. And it is MA restricted. I thought it was R restricted, but it is MA restricted. But I heard it is a very, very good story and a good retelling of an original story, because this is a retelling. Russell Crowe and Christian, sorry. Can't believe I said Christina. Russell Crowe and Christian Bale in 3:10 to Yuma. This is a remake. And I have seen the trailer plenty of times, but I've never watched it. I never put it on. From the director of Walk the Line. Yep, that makes me enthralled. It's always from the director of Walk the Line. It's from the director, the producer, the makers of. I'd heard from some credible sources that it was actually a very good movie. I don't know if you follow Cody Leach. He's got a lot of followers, like a lot of followers on YouTube. Not always into people that are mega famous, like meeting stars and all that stuff, but he's very passionate about film, and I think that's what kind of drives me to watch his channel, and his opinions mean something to him, but he doesn't push them on other people. He's all about respect, so I kind of respect that as well. Cody Leach, if you ever watch, I love your work, man, and I respect your respectfulness. But yeah, he still says it how it is to him, for him. 3:10 to Yuma, heard good things. And so I picked it up, and that was $2 as well. Love a good Western. Yeah, you know, in good condition. A little bit scratchy in places, but nothing really bad. Should we do a spot check? Let's do a spot check. It's nearly 2:30. 3 live viewers, 4 views. I'll drink a little bit more beer. All right, the next movie. Excuse me. Charles Bronson, love him or hate him. Take this receipt out that I don't need to see. How much did I pay for this lot? $11. See? Buy movies. When do you ever get to buy movies for $11? Crazy. Charles Bronson, you know, love him or hate him. Sometimes he does a great job, sometimes he doesn't. But here we are with The Mechanic. I don't have a lot of Charles Bronson movies. I've got a few war movies he's in, and I've got a few of these type of, I'd call them exploitation movies. Sure, no, maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I wouldn't call them exploitation movies. I'd call them Bronson movies. I kind of put Bronson in the same place as, who would I put that in the same place as? My brain's gone flat. As, Walker, Texas Ranger, what's his name? Yeah, so anyway, I would put him in his own basket, basically. Interesting story. I believe it was 70s. I may be wrong about that. So you can always get the date off these. I don't think I see a date. I don't see a date. That's okay. That is okay. Yeah, so Charles Bronson, the mechanic, he's a hitman. He trains another hitman, a younger hitman, I do believe, and then suddenly he's got to fend attacks off from the new hitman who decides to take him out. Charles Bronson, he is a legend, regardless of some of the trashy movies he's been in that, you know, dubious stories, dubious acting skills, maybe a little bit too much violence in many different ways. But yeah, had to pick it up. Charles Bronson. The Mechanic. Now, I picked this up Oh gosh, I could probably tell if it's up here. It's the only Blu-ray I picked up, and it is not sealed. That's a good thing. I had a funny feeling I may have bought this already. But because it was cheap, it was only $1. Some places don't have the price. This store I went into had most of the DVDs for $2, and then this Blu-ray, or other Blu-rays, were $1. So I was like trying to do the math in my head. How are you guys doing this? I don't think I have it now, though. Look up here. Excuse me. I thought maybe I did, but I don't think I do. Because that would stand out. It's a plain black spine. And I don't see it. So maybe I don't own it. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, because now I don't have to fight myself to figure out what to do with the duplicate. Cool. Now I can tell you what it is. Bet you'll find it in a minute. It's Contact. Oh, just found it as I said that. Okay, here we go. It's Contact. And as I said, oh, good, I don't have to worry about it. Guess what I just found? I just found it again. But it was $1. So there's no loss there. I can donate it to a friend. I really don't want to keep seconds. I really, really don't. Contact. But then I looked at my shelf. I was like, yeah, looking up, down, 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 down. And as I'm like, no, I don't have doubles. I looked across. There's a sealed Contact. But you know what's great about this? This one's sealed because I don't always unwrap them. I'll watch this one. And I'll keep that one sealed. Not because I think it's going to be worth anything, but, you know, it's sealed. So I'll watch this one. Contact. 2 lots of Contact, but that was $1, so I lost nothing. And that has a receipt in it too. Oh, it's a funny feeling I owned it. I was like, no, I'm sure I don't. There you go. All right, let's put that straight. Let's put that. All right, I am going to go and have a break for a second. Please don't leave. Please do not leave. I'm going to put you on the Be Right Back screen. Just because I've been drinking beer, I need a bio break. So just give me 3 minutes. Give me 3 minutes and I'll be back. Just hang in there. Hang on. Thank you for your patience. Sorry about that. I had to step away. I'll blame the beer. I just blame the beer. Why not blame the beer? I'm not going to blame myself. I'm human after all. All right, so I own two contacts. Let's put them together. Where's my other contacts? Right there. Let's put it right next to the other one so I don't lose where they are. All right, moving right along. Let's do a quick spot check of the channel. We're doing quite well tonight. Thank you to all and sundry for being here. All right, now the next one. Okay, so this is one of my guilty pleasures. I wouldn't say guilty pleasure, but I think this series is quite funny. I haven't seen this particular episode. Clean disc. American Pie has always been a funny show to me. I just think it's quite funny. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, and it's sort of a modern comedy classic. But I haven't found this one, which is American Pie Reunion. It was $2. Ready? It was $2. Focus, ready? 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 Seriously, Roddy, what is happening right now? Yes, there we go. American Pie Reunion. Haven't seen it. I actually have heard from a few different people that it's actually quite funny, and that it wasn't the worst of the trilogy. Is this the fourth one? I don't actually know which one. Return to. Maybe it's the second one. I thought Reunion was the fourth one or something. Anyway, I don't know enough about them, but they are funny series. You can't take them too seriously. If you are not interested in this kind of humor, just don't even watch it. Roddy's not interested in watching it. He's just not focusing at all. There you go. But I grabbed it because I found the whole set one time on DVD, and I was like, oh, I'll get it next time. I haven't seen it since. So anyway, nothing much to write home about. I just picked it up because I just want to complete the collection. Here's something I want to show you. And I don't know if Alison Troy, whether you are interested in seeing this or whether I'm taking you away from your recording. If I am, please don't. Just stop what you're doing. I'm not expecting that. I just thought this was one of those ones that had to be shown. I found this on the shelf and I straight away just went, yep, gotta have that. That is just weird. And I do have another type of version of this, but completely different, over there somewhere. This is the television virtual fireplace. Now, Roddy is not doing a very good job of focusing on me. Let's just adjust that. There's my face right there. Thank you, Roddy. This is the television virtual fireplace. So you just pop it into your DVD player and you get a fireplace on your TV. Turn your TV into a realistic fireplace. Exempt from classification, and it is a payless one, so it has been taken from an original disc. I would assume. I don't really care. I just hope that there's a few different versions that you can actually use on your DVD player. You can make a few choices. A roaring fire or a small fire or whatever. The other one I have that's what I said was similar to this was a TV fish tank. Have on DVD. You get a few choices what tanks you want to have and what fishes are in them, but you can turn your TV into a fish tank. Not something you're going to do every single day, but maybe if you want some zen moments and you're sitting in the lounge room and you just want some fish to be floating in front of you, you can actually have a fish tank in the lounge room. This is what I've been wanting for a long while. Very clean. Because sometimes I'm in here and I'm doing things, and having a fireplace in here would be a great feeling. Have my little oil heater down here. And in fact, I don't think I want to put it on my big screen because I can't watch anything, though I could use my computer, I guess, if I wanted to. But what I could do is get my monitor. I've got a spare monitor down there. Have it hooked up to my second DVD player over here, which is separate from all the rest of them, and just have that playing the fireplace. In fact, I could just play it on that TV down there. Just have a fireplace in the corner. In fact, I might even try that tonight, a little bit later. I'll test this out and see if it works. And I'll watch the rest of whatever I'm watching tonight and eat my chips and have a fireplace in here where it's nice and warm. But I just thought that was really cool. I have seen them before. I've been looking for fireplace VHS tapes. I think I do have a VHS tape with something on it. I can't remember what it is. Fireplace maybe, or a fish tank as well. I can't remember. But just having them on DVD makes them more accessible. So it won't go in the standard collection. Or maybe it will. I don't know. Where would you put TV virtual fireplace in your collection? Where would you put it? Under other? I don't know. Under fireplace? By the way, the other person I was talking about earlier that is like Charles Bronson, that has his own sort of section in the movie aisle, would be Chuck Norris. That's what I was trying to say, Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris just has the Chuck Norris aisle. Charles Bronson has the Charles Bronson aisle. I just couldn't remember his name. There you go. So television, virtual fireplace. And I will guarantee you that I will be testing that out if Roddy will just learn to focus on me. I'm having some problems here because I'm not in the center of the image. I'm going to have to fix that somehow. Yeah, so a great find, only a couple of bucks. I've got to be careful not to knock this stack down. Now, this is a different shop, so a different day, different shop. This was today. I put a lot away today. So I don't know whether to show first off what I put away first. I'll show you after I've showed you these. And I didn't even check that was in there, so let's do that now. Yep, it's in there. First one I picked up was a very clean case, though it does have a sticker on the front that I'm going to have to try and peel off. I don't know if you've ever watched this movie, but this is a great movie. Hidalgo. Viggo Mortensen, any girls swooning over, or boys even, swooning over Viggo Mortensen. Very amazing actor. I can never ever stop singing this guy's praises. He can be a good old-fashioned, old style actor. The way he approaches acting is very authentic. He has the biggest heart, one of the biggest hearts in Hollywood. And I just see the guy is just spitting truth. He spits truth. Don't like the sticker on the front there. But there you go. I've seen this movie a long time ago. I remember loving it. I used to ride horses when I was younger. And yes, this movie is very thrilling. You would see the front. This front's probably better. This cover's better than the other DVD cover, which doesn't show you the action on the front from memory. But this VHS tape was, as you can see, $2.50, which is kind of stupid. But it is Savers is very expensive. But look how clean the cover is. It's a slipcase. It's the small, thin slipcase. You just get a cardboard. It's a weird thing when you look at it, isn't it? Like, it's sealed at the top, but not the bottom. So you can just drop it out and watch it. Now, it does have a topper. It has the Hidalgo topper, which I didn't notice before. With all the, inundated copyrights, blah, blah, blah. But the side does not have it. It just has it printed on there, which I really like these, actually. I like how they're printed on there. Roddy may or may not focus on that. It does have Hidalgo written on there, if you wanted the proof that it was there. So I really liked finding that. They always have these little, see how it's got like the slot on one side and not on the other? Oh no, it has it on both sides. Sometimes they have it on one side. Good find. It was literally the only one I really did want to bring home. There are a few others that were okay there, but I just wanted to bring this one home because I don't have many of these sleeves. In Australia, we usually have the big clamshells or the small clamshells. These were around, but you just didn't see them that much. Look at the colours, though. Do you like the colours? I love those colours. Such a pretty colour. Anyway, that was a good find. Now, onto some weird good finds. Caught me off guard. Now, we're not talking about anything super amazing or anything that's like worthy of some kind of collection, but I think they are. The first one I found I could not turn down. It's 2 movies on 1 disc, so you're in for a fun time when they cram 2 movies on 1 disc. And the discs are quite clean. There is a few little scuff marks on it, but quite clean. But this pack is called, get ready for it, the Sharksploitation Double Feature. Look, right in the middle there. Roddy, you looking, Roddy? Pay attention. Sharksploitation. Never heard that word before. I like it. I like it a lot. Sharksploitation double feature. It has, for your viewing enjoyment. Deadly Jaws. Never heard of it. The main actor is Horst Janssen, Hans Haas Jr., and Monica Lundy. Not sure. I don't know if this is like overseas or South America or what. We'll show you the back in a second. The second movie, Night of the Sharks. Look at that image. Like, no shark in the world ever looks like that. That's way too many teeth. Imagine the flossing. It has Treat Williams, great actor. Well, maybe he wasn't a great actor back in the day, but he is a great actor. Janet Argan, don't know. Antonio Fargas, I don't know. Doesn't mean that they are not known. But look at the sharksploitation images. Are they bits falling off? No, she's wearing clothes. Okay, cool. Oh, she's got scuba gear on that's falling off. Roddy will focus. There you go. Scuba gear's falling off. She's underwater. She's wearing the skinniest bikini known to humankind, and the man there's looking suitably shocked. Treat Williams. Now we'll show you the back. Treat Williams, you'll know his face. He's been in a lot of movies. He's been in one of my favourite movies, Deep Rising. One of my favourite movies is Deep Rising. Just a schlocky creature feature. Great movie. There's the back. Deadly Jaws. Trio of divers enlist the aid of a criminal to help them recover a sunken Aztec treasure. Of course they do. And as they grow closer to recovering the loot, they realize that the treasure is guarded by killer sharks. To make matters worse, local pirates have already picked up on their find. That's Deadly Jaws. 1974, that's pretty cool. And the second one is an 80s film, Night of the Sharks, with Treat Williams. There's Treat Williams. You'll know Treat Williams when you see him. Come on, you know Treat Williams. You'll know Treat Williams. David must fight for his life against the gangsters who killed his brother. For a CD filled with proof of their illegal activities. When David gets possession of the CD, the gangsters track him down in Mexico. Back to Mexico, where he lives as a shark hunter. Who will get David first, the gangsters or the shark? The special features are not much. Theatrical trailers, digitally remastered. Digitally remastered, that's a special feature. It's digitally remastered, that's a feature. Alternate credits. Yay, different names on the credits. I get to watch some different names on the credits and more. That's a weird extras. Who did this anyway? Not rated. Retrovision Entertainment. One of those many, many companies that somehow are allowed to reproduce and distribute movies. But I thought these look cool. I'm not sorry. I'm yawning. I plan to yawn more. Yeah, sharksploitation. I just couldn't say no to sharksploitation, and Roddy can't say yes to focusing on me. Deadly Jaws and Night of the Sharks. How cool. So cool. Alright, and then I have to get those stickers off, which is going to be annoying. Let's move these forward so that I can put these to the back. It's going to make everything a lot easier. Okay. Very good. All right, let's put these here. Now, these are the ones I was like, look, Sharksploitation double feature was a good beginner. And then, what was that? Yeah, I think I did quite well here. Let's just do this sealed one, because we've talked about Audrey Hepburn before. I found another Audrey Hepburn one, and it was sealed, so it means it's going to be in brand new, hopefully new condition. On the inside, unopened, How to Steal a Million. Audrey Hepburn and Peter O'Toole when he was very young. It does say $8.99 on the front, but it wasn't $8.99. It was, in fact, $1.99. Great story. Now, I'm really enraptured with Audrey Hepburn in terms of being an actor, because she just is a really authentic actor. And this story is that the daughter, Audrey Hepburn, of a wealthy Frenchman, Hugh Griffith, who creates counterfeit. What the heck is wrong with me today? Let me start again. The daughter, Audrey Hepburn, of a wealthy Frenchman, Hugh Griffith, who creates counterfeit art, learns her father is in danger of being exposed as a crook. She decides to steal the family's forged Cellini sculpture from a museum before experts can examine it, and enlists a society burglar, Peter O'Toole, to help her. It's a comedy. I think it's an action comedy. It's a great premise. Try to stop your father from getting found out, so steal the fake so that he's not found out. And it's sealed to boot. So always good to have a sealed movie. It doesn't show me the runtime. Oh, sorry, it is 118 minutes, so about 2 hours. And yeah, I'm going to look forward to seeing this. I am going to unwrap it, I am going to watch it, and I am going to look forward to it. It looks like a whole lot of fun. In fact, I have a funny feeling from that back image here. I have a feeling I've actually seen this. This looks very familiar. When I was very young, in my early to mid-20s, I watched a lot of late night TV. I was very into staying up late and watching TV, and I do believe I might have seen this late night TV. So that was a good one. Now, let's talk about a little bit of Ed Wood. Let's make sure it's okay first, because I didn't check it today. Very clean. I have a few Ed Wood movies. You know Ed Wood. B movie. I wouldn't even call it B movie. I'd call it C, D, E, all the way up to Z movie. Director, producer. This is Ed Wood's Bride of the Monster. Come on now. Come on now. Bride of the Monster. Or he's not liking me tonight. Doesn't matter what I do. Includes the Ed Wood original theatrical trailer. Bela Lugosi, Tor Johnson. Look at that. Bride of the Monster. Now, it wasn't $5. That's the discounted price on it. I would assume these are a dime a dozen. Avenue 1 DVD is a reproduction DVD place from memory. And they obviously do just reproductions of old movies. So movies that don't sell anymore. It was in good condition, this one, obviously. Very bright colour on the cover and the back. Love Ed Wood. He just made some weird movies. I've got quite a few of them. I didn't own this one. So I had to have it. Look, $2. Is it region free? Yeah, it is region free. 70 minutes would be and it's black and white. The slowest 70 minutes of your life, I'm sure. But Ed Wood had to have it. I just love this cover. It just reminds me of the no-frills effort put into these kind of movies. Another turkey from the world's worst director ever. That's what it says on the front. So I got Bride of the Monster. That was an awesome find. And then I also got a classic, one that was mentioned in the movie that Johnny Depp was in, because you know that Ed Wood was a cross-dresser. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I'm serious. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's your life, that's what you want to do, all power to you. But this is The Strange Case of a Man Who Changed His Sex. Glenn or Glenda. Includes Ed Wood's original theatrical trailers, Bela Lugosi, Ed Wood, Dolores Fuller, Paul Marco. And we know that Ed Wood himself was a bit of a cross-dresser. Glenn or Glenda, and I'm pretty sure from memory that Ed Wood played Glenn and Glenda in this one. Yeah, see, Wood turned, so capitalizing on publicized Christine Jorgen's sex change case in the early 50s, Wood turned it into a vehicle to express his own transvesticism and peculiar idiosyncrasies. Glenn, played by Wood himself, is engaged to Barbara, but Glenn has a terrible secret, his other self, Glenda. I still once again love the colours on this. And this will be black and white as well. Glenn or Glenda? Another turkey from the world's worst director ever. I love it. Great. Just great stuff. What a great find. $2. Back to old-timey movies. Once again, I like that. Paraphrasing it. Let's check the disc is okay. Yeah, pretty clean. A little bit smudgy. Got some images of other movies on the inside of the sleeve. I got Basil Rathbone and Nigel Bruce starring in another Sherlock Holmes adventure. This one has 3 on it. Does it have 3 on it? Yes, it does. It has Sherlock Holmes and the Woman in Green, Dressed to Kill, and Sherlock Holmes and the Secret Weapon. Basil Rathbone. Righty. Righty. There we go. Are we focusing already? There we go. Basil Rathbone and Nigel Bruce. Once again, Cobweb's channel talks a lot about these old movies, and he talks about his love of Basil Rathbone, especially in terms of being Sherlock Holmes. So for $2, I had to pick it up. It's got 3 movies on it. Really, you're getting $6 worth of charity thrift store movies for the price of 1. So I had to have that. More old-time movies. We're winding down to the last 3. I picked this up mostly because the director / producer of this, once again, very clean. What other dodgy movies are in here? Yeah, not DEFCON 4. I picked this one up because it has Nico Mastorakis. Is it Mastorakis? Sorry, Mastorakis. The Nico Mastorakis collection. I might be able to join my other ones in with this one. And this one is Nightmare at Noon. And it has Wings Hauser in it. See, Wings, there, that's Wings Hauser. Famous action movie star of the 80s, coming out alive is a victory. Lots of explosions, things, violence and destruction. A lot of it just poorly orchestrated. Oh, is that actually... That can't be... Can it be? Can it be about Kimberly Ross? Who's that? That's, what's his name? Does anybody remember this guy's name? This guy here with the weird blonde bad wig. Roddy will focus in a second. You know who that is. He's a baddie. Obviously, I'm not going to say Gary Busey, but same era. Yeah, had to have it. Nico Mastorakis, just B-grade action movie. Made a lot of movies. I don't know how they can afford helicopters in these movies, because I guess they blow up a lot of cars and stuff as well. But, they just had money to burn. I don't know how they managed to fly helicopters. The fuel for the helicopters costs like way too much. Recommended for mature audiences. Just bad, schlocky action from an era. I like era movies. We are close to winding down. The second to last one in a very warped case. I'm going to have to do a case swap. Very warped, very bent. But I've been looking for this in an op shop for a while. Add to my horror collection. I think it was clean as well. I don't recall. No, mostly clean. There's a few scratches surface. The Cabin in the Woods. Look, not a great movie from what I've heard. But yeah, a good movie regardless. From the creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. A taut horror. Wicked, twisted fun. I just wanted it. And I really didn't want to buy it. Pay a lot of money and buy it newish. But a good find for $2. Righty. Good find for $2. Now, what was the premise? 5 college friends head out into the woods for a little rest and relaxation. The grinder school having well grinded them down. I'm not going to go through the different people. On their way to the titular cabin, they meet a cranky old guy with dire warnings. Of course, if they were to turn around and head straight back to the city post-dire warnings, we wouldn't have much of a movie. So onward, our fearless lads trek, finally arriving at the cabin in the woods. Something is chasing you, split up. So it's like going against, or is this Oh, it's region 1. It's a really weird region 1. I'm starting to think it is a bit is a it says DVD and digital copy. I'm starting to think that it's a bootleg, but don't think it is. It's just got a weird way of explaining. See, it's even got things written on the back like the cabin in the woods, but it doesn't say in the woods. It says the cabin in the woods is a shining example of a horror film. So it's got spelling errors. It's got the cabin in the woods movie.com. It's region 1, so it's American. But yeah, something a bit bodge about it. I don't know. Don't know. Could be fine. Could just be have always been bad in the spelling. It doesn't explain much about the cabin in the woods, unfortunately, and some of the printing on the back doesn't look very good, but look, maybe it's real, who knows. I'll find out when I play it. So that's the second to last one. The last one is an old-timey movie. Orson Welles. Had to pick it up. In very good condition. It's, I believe, a noir thriller. Corruption and betrayal, out of work pulp fiction novelist, post Vienna. It's a noir. Black and white, I do believe. Yeah, Orson Welles, Trevor Howard, Joseph Cotton, and Alida Valli, the third man. So I had to pick this one up. It's a noir, it has to be. I reckon I could watch this with my daughters and it would be alright. This would be a fun ride. How many hours is this? I think it's been 104 minutes. So it'll be a tight thriller, but it's got Orson Welles in it, so that's a good one. $2. There you go. That's the last DVD I have, or the last physical media find I had from my Let's Get Physical Media. So thank you very much for watching that. Let's do a quick spot check. We are at 3 o'clock in the morning. I think I've been talking for a while. We're talking for a while. Let us have a look at our viewers. Oh, 4 live viewers. Thank you. And 4 views. Always good. If I was to go... No, I can't do that. If I was to go... Doesn't tell me how long I've been on. Doesn't tell me how long I've been on. It's got to be over an hour. Easily over an hour. Doesn't tell me. I wonder if any of my other buds are on. Mr. Mike McBride, if he's on. Let's open another YouTube. Let's see how long I've been going for. What's it going to tell me? Is it going to tell me? My channel. For watching. Oh, at least it's got that right. Turn the volume right down. It's probably going to mess with me if I watch this. Where are we at? Doesn't tell me. Oh, 1 hour 43. Oh, we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. Let's get rid of the screen. It's kind of freaking me out. Off you go. All right, so having 4 live viewers and 4 views, which hopefully will improve tomorrow with the replay crew. Let's finish this beer. People gave this beer a really hard time. But I liked it. It was nice. It was nice. It was very nice. All right, so what should we go on with next? Let's talk about toys before Alison Troy decides to go. I don't have a bumper for toys though. I have been meaning to do it. I just could not find time to do it. Even a little bumper, I didn't have time to do it. So let's just talk about some toys. Now, one of the toys I wanted to talk about, I didn't bring it. It's in the house. I'll have to talk about it next time. I found a Hot Wheels land speeder, like a Luke's land speeder. I don't know how I managed to find it. It was like in a shop. I just bought it straight away. But I don't have it, so I can't show it. But one of the toys I want to show you, sorry, is not a figurine, though I do, Alison, I don't know if you saw the last episode where I got a lizard man at a op shop for $2. Got it for $2. And I think maybe, Alison, you can tell me. I'm pretty sure from looking at this online that this is the older one, though I could not find any printing on this at all. It's even got a Andy style name written underneath it, like somebody owned it. Like somebody owned it. See, there's a name underneath it. This is an original Lizard Man, isn't it? Though I could not find stamping anywhere. Maybe Alison can tell me, or maybe I'm just interrupting her filming. Maybe she's gone to bed. I don't know. Or maybe Roddy won't focus on me. Lizard Man. Maybe you can tell me, Alison, where the actual stamping for these are, if there is any, because I couldn't tell. It's pretty chewed up in terms of, it feels like it's got a rip in the back of his tail a little bit. And I could not for the life of me find stamping on his legs or his arms. That there could be stamping on the side. So I don't know where they do this stamping. Do you know if the old He-Man had stamping anywhere? If you don't, that's okay. But I cannot find stamping anywhere, which makes me wonder how new this is. But it looks quite old. His neck is still stiff. His arms are quite stiff. His buck, his body, and the waist is very loose. And his legs are very loose. He's a bit scungy. But yeah, I couldn't find any stamping anywhere. I always look for stamping and I couldn't see it. But that was a good find for $2. I think it was $2, wasn't it? Yeah, $2. A Lizard Man. And it was the only good thing in the shop too. So I had to get that. I haven't put it in the cupboard yet. Everything else I found in the cupboard. But I have, where did I put it? Where did I put it? Where? In a box, right here. Oh, it's over there now. Let's have a look at this. Are you a fan? Is anyone a fan of Mad Max? I've mentioned Mad Max before. Is anyone a fan of Mad Max? Well, technically this isn't. It is a toy. Boomer 001-007. Welcome, Boomer, to my Instagram. It's not. It is a toy. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a figurine, is what I guess I'm trying to say. It's not a figurine, but it is a toy. I have two toys. I don't think I showed the other one. I'll get two. Hang on, just 2 seconds. It's right behind me. Get out of this tightly woven space I've given myself. Put those over there. Okay. And I found a couple of other things that I've got to talk about last time as well. All right, so in this box, hopefully I don't dox myself with my opening. Oh, let's move the microphone a little bit. In this box, I can't dox myself. Open it up. I've never taken this out of the box, so hopefully I don't stop this up. Here's the Mad Max toy. It's from the original Mad Max, so just Mad Max, not the Road Warrior. Put that to the side so I don't knock anything else. Can you tell what this is? Well, kind of saw it. Kind of saw it. Already kind of saw it. Do you know what this is? I guess you do if you're a Mad Max fan. It's a DDA which is the company. DDA version of, oh God, come out of here. I wasn't expecting this to be on. There we go, just falls out. A DDA version, the brand DDA version of Mad Max's HJ Holden panel van, which strangely has an image on one side of the back of the panel van, like the space image, but the other side doesn't. Been meaning to show this for ages. It really doesn't like that plastic, but I'm liking it protecting it. I want to leave that on. Mad Max's HJ Holden panel van. Now this is not an expensive model. This is actually a very cheap model. Wouldn't say like, you know, it's not $5 or anything, but it's not the expensive ones. This is just a small one. I've got a few different versions of this kind of brand of car. But this is his, the one he goes on holiday with, when the chief sends him and goes, go away for a minute, might change your mind. Yeah, so you got the back of it with the blacked out panel. You've obviously got the space image on this panel here. I'll slide it out. You have to slide it out, you can see it. We slide it out of its little housing. So you got the panel van. In America, you don't get these, I don't think. You don't get panel vans. Utes that were turned into a wagon. It's got his gear that he's put on top, the spare wheel, the surfboard. I thought this one came with the hand as well, but I don't think it actually does now that I look. What does it? Is it? What does? Look, on top. On top, it does have, if you can see the chain, Roddy will focus eventually. See that chain. Come on, Roddy. The chain. And then if you focus on there, there's the hand. Come on. There's the hand. So it's got Kundalini wants his hand back. There's the surfboard, the swags, spare tire. I'm stoked it came with the hand. That's a must-have. That is a must-have. Kundalini's hand. Yeah, so you can dangle the hand off the back. Obviously, you get blacked out panel on one side, and the other side looks like it's wrong, because why does it not have another image on it? That's the way Mad Max's car, his panel van was. It had one blacked out panel, weirdly enough. I think they might not have finished or had enough time to paint the other panel. So, and this is the way it looked. One panel on that side, black, black. There you go. And you can get versions of this that has the dust and it has the stick. Does this have the bit sticking out of it? Oh, this one does have the gate post sticking out of it, where she drives through the gate and breaks the radiator. See there? Roddy will focus on that. There you go. See the piece of the fence pole or gate or whatever she drove through? Yeah, it's stuck in the radiator. I'm still so stoked that this comes with the hand. The thing with these cheaper ones is you don't get see-through glass. You just get the black windows. So you don't get to see through. It's, as far as I'm aware, they're not clear. They're just blacked out because they don't put any interior in it. That's why it's cheaper. You can get other versions of this. It's actually quite large. I wasn't expecting it to be this large. I've got an Interceptor up there. I've got a couple of Interceptors up there. And I was expecting this to be smaller. But yeah, so really cool. I love how it comes with Kundalini's ripped off hand and all the extras. It comes with a little display case around the outside of it as well. And yeah, you can't see inside. So we'll eventually try to get one where you can see inside of it. And I think the bonnet does come up. Looks like the bonnet comes up. I can't tell if this bonnet looks like it comes up, but it looks like it's been cut to come off. Very cool, very iconic. There you go. Kundalini wants his hand back. So cool, if Roddy will focus. Mad Max's HJ panel van. With the image, the exact image on it. So I was talking away from the microphone then, so you probably would have realized that. And if I want to show you Instagram, it does in fact, Instagram come with the hand on the chain on the back. There's the hand. Very cool. Very cool. Now I've seen the other DDA cars in stores. This one I didn't get from a store. I did get it online, but mostly because whilst I've seen a lot of DDA things in stores, I didn't see this one in store. So I did have to get this one separately, but I didn't pay a whole lot for it. So that's always a win when things aren't that expensive. But yeah, obviously they had their run in the store and now they're not in stores anymore. Mad Max's HD holding panel. I really don't want to have to put that back in the box right now. Let's just put it down there. I'll deal with it later. The next thing I want to show you, I can't remember if I showed you before on another video. Are you focusing on me, Roddy? Are you focusing on me? There we go. I got for $7. I should take the sticker off. Is a Stranger Things. They call them mini mix or something. What do they call them? Minix. Mini X. Minix. Eddie. See my logo there. Near and Dooom Room. $7 brought down from. It says $21.99, but it's just a little figurine of Eddie. And he's got his spear, I do believe it's his spear. He's got his spear and his trash can shield. Very cool. Just liked it. I've got a few Eddie figures. Eddie's like a lot of people's favorite in season 4. And this Minix brand is it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. I like the sculpt. I like the body. It's a bit weird looking, of course, you know, not terribly like the way he looks, but close enough. Close enough. I also have one of the what do they call them? Q-Posket, the really cute ones of Eddie. They made a lot of these for different brands. There were superheroes and game characters and stuff, but they made him more like a doll. But I really like the way they made these. If you look at this side, just how cool he looks. Focus. Very available in Asian countries, Japan, China, maybe Taiwan, places like that. Really cool. But the thing is, they get rid of on the back patch of all these toys, the back patch doesn't say Dio or whatever was on the back, the band Dio, because of licensing, I'm assuming. It just, once again, usually has the Hellfire Club logo. Yeah, this one does have the Hellfire Club logo. As opposed to the band Dio on the back, which they would have been sued, I guess, if they put it on the back. But still very cool. And that wasn't the one I was initially talking about, but on my shelf there, waiting to go somewhere substantial. But yeah, my Minix. Very cool. And on the back, you can see all the other ones that come in the Minix line. Even Hopper's there, looking bigger than the other ones. I can stop myself from swaying. And if Roddy can focus. Roddy, struggling to focus tonight. There you go. Pretty much the whole crew. But yeah, very cool. Very cool indeed. Now I'm going to have to plonk him up here because I can't keep moving things around. You can pop you up there. So that was the 3. I got the car, I got Eddie, and then I want to show you these 3. I got these from Toy World. Remember I showed you a while back my micro figure collection. The brand is the world's smallest. It's not the most amazing things in the world, but these are my G.I. Joes. They ran out of He-Man ones when I was there, so I couldn't get the rest of the He-Man ones. But I got a Commando. Really tiny. Look at my fingers against that. How small it is. Mini figure. And the back does, you can't see it through the sticker, but it does have like the backing board as well. Collect them all. And obviously the brand, which is their world's smallest. action micro figures on card. So you get a Commando. They have a few points of articulation. I don't know why you would. It's so tiny. I think it's usually the legs don't move, but the waist would move, the arms move, and the head moves. And that's it. So that's the first one. I think these were $2 each. You can see from here, $2 each. $2 each. That's the first one. Running out of room up here. The next one is Roadblock. Once again, very tiny. Brody's kind of struggling to focus. Roadblock, micro action figure, machine gunner codename Roadblock. Struggling with my lighting a bit there. So tiny, you don't get all the detail that you want in them, but you do get cool looking figurine. And the last one I got in the G.I. Joes. And just to put into, just to sort of explain a little bit, I never grew up owning G.I. Joe figurines. I grew up owning Star Wars figurines. They were around me, and I just never had any bought for me, never bought any. Last one is not able to be focused on, is First Sergeant. What was his name? Codename Duke, so it's Duke. You know, the detail's not really there. They look pretty cool. I like the backing card. It's more just as an oddity, really. Really cool to have something this small to put in your collection. And the backing board. I think the backing boards look kind of similar. So that's all the toys. That's all the toys that I've found so far. So a good set of collection. I don't know what's going on here with my TV. It keeps being silly. Where are we at? I think we're well over 2 hours. I might actually need to pare this down. I don't like going 2.5, 3 hours because it's very long. It turns people off watching things over 2 hours. So I try to keep it around the 2.5. I think I'm over 2.5 hours now. I was going to do mail. What I'll do instead of doing all of the mail is I have a bunch of JB Hi-Fi buys that I've gotten, and I'll show you a couple. So then I think we'll wind it down because I've been yapping on for a very long time. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about, before we talk about what we're going to talk about, is we're going to talk about the fact that I'm going to talk about mail. So let's talk about mail. Was that actually coming out? Could you hear that? I don't know if my sound is coming up for mail. Interesting. That was not coming through my speakers. Maybe I need to double check that. Hang on. That's not right. Let's go. No sound. Properties. Could you hear that? I couldn't hear mail sound at all. And I can hear everything else. So let me just try. Let me try something. Test. Let's try.
Let's get physical.
Maybe it's just my speakers.
Media, I want
there we
to
go.
get physical.
I apologize. I think my speakers were down.
Let me hear your movies.
No, we're not doing that. So if I do it again, you'll hear it. Sorry. There, it is working. Welcome to mail. Sorry, I thought I couldn't hear it. And my volume was down on my speakers because obviously the mic's here and I didn't want to pick up too much. Let's just do a couple of mail. Let's do a couple of mails. I'm one mail. There'll be a couple more. Let's open this one. They're all coming from the mail. Male person, male woman, male man. I haven't opened most of them. So let's not give away my details. Let's open it and see what's in it. I've got a few. And these are brand new. So these are all brand new. These were all on sale. Where's my knife? Where's my trusty knife? It's not opening very well. Alright, I need a knife. Not as strong as I thought it was. It's getting really hot in here too. The heater's on full and it's slowly been increasing in heat. 4 live viewers, 4 views. Okay, we're good to cut that. Just remember to point towards your body, not towards your buddy. No, your buddy, not towards your body. That's where it actually goes. There we go. Now it's working. Just put that away. Okay, let's pull it out and have a look. 2 movies. Keeping in mind that this is 2 of many. All right. Oh, cool. Cool. All right, cool. We can knock 2 of these off. The first one, these are brand new. Obviously, Blu-ray. They're mostly Blu-rays. There will be a chunk of DVD and yeah, so it'll be DVD and Blu-ray. I don't know why I thought there was a third thing. There isn't. This is a great movie. I remember seeing this back in the day. I read the book, was a big Bowie fan, was a huge Bowie fan back in the day. I read all of his autobiographies, of which there are some differences in the stories because he used to lie about his history. I don't know why he used to do that, but he used to tell different journalists different stories, and none of them really matched up properly. But yes, he was a great actor and was in some interesting movies. Have you seen The Man Who Fell to Earth? David Bowie, Nicholas Roge's film. It's been a long time since I've seen this, a very long time, but I loved this film when it came out. But then again, right in the thick of this film, not coming out, sorry, not when this film came out, but when I saw it. When I first saw this film, I was hugely in love with it. So huge, in fact, I couldn't say huge, I said ooge. Oogely in love with it. Very strange film. Got an alien, comes to Earth, and how he assimilates. And it's bigger than that, but it's been a long time since I've watched it. I do remember loving it. I do remember loving it a lot. I like it a lot. Instagram's gonna have this back to front. I'm surprised it's still going, Instagram, because usually after an hour it stops, but it didn't stop. The Man Who Fell to Earth, David Bowie. Very happy to have this. Very cheap. This was on a sale. It was at the end of a sale and became another sale. So a lot of the ones that went down further. This was one of the ones that went from, I think it was $12 to $10 or $9. So I got this nice and cheap. It's got special features, interviews ×8. Lost Soundtracks featurette, watching the Alien, David Bowie's interview, French TV 1977, and the trailer. Yes, so Thomas Jerome Newton, David Bowie, is a humanoid alien who comes to Earth from a distant planet on a mission to take water back to his home planet in the midst of a catastrophic drought. From the cult novel. It endures not only as a bitingly caustic indictment of the modern world, but also as a poignant commentary on the loneliness of the outsider. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this again. The Man Who Fell to Earth. It is R-rated, high-impact nudity and sex. I don't recall all of that, but it is obviously in there. Let's put that to the side. And I'll only show 2 for now, and I'll open up more on another episode. The other one is a underrated classic, also brand new, obviously. Angel Heart. young Mickey Rourke, young Robert De Niro, and Lisa Bonet. It has a satanic element to it, and this is Classics Remastered. I think the other one is Classic Remastered as well, isn't it? This one Classic Remastered. Yep, Classics Remastered. So this one is one I've definitely seen before. I've definitely seen it. It is like a noir, but it also ends up with a lot of satanic undertones. It's got a very young Mickey Rourke before he became a weirdo. And looked like a weirdo. Washed up crooner Johnny Favorite has gone missing. Anybody that might be holding clues is being killed. Informants and witnesses are being murdered one by one. The bodies are piling up. Time is running out, and Harry Angel is being kept awake at night by strange satanic visions. From the mean streets of New York to the backwoods of New Orleans, Harry suddenly finds himself being dragged into a world of sex, murder, voodoo, and death. This is no ordinary case, and Harry is no ordinary detective. With an incredibly unsettling atmosphere. Sorry, it says Angel Heart is a deeply disturbing film with an incredibly unsettling atmosphere. A prime example of late 80s neo-noir. It successfully manages to blend elements of detective fiction with dark horror. I've seen this. I've seen it a couple of times even, but it has been a long, long time. But yeah, great to add to the collection. I need to start adding singular, new movies to my collection. One of the things that I don't do a lot of is just find a few, random movies that are of better quality on Blu-ray, brand new, that maybe I'm not seeing out there secondhand. That's something that's kind of a mission of mine at the moment, because I'm exhausting myself on the hunt, trying to find things, as many as possible, to fill out room. I'm now trying to find good movies that I can enjoy and keep in my collection, which is something I'm doing anyway, but I'm doing it more seriously on a base ground level of just buying at a shop. Not my most favorite thing to do, but it is fun regardless. It's just finding the ones I want. Sorry, I was just showing Instagram and Roddy. All right, guys, we'll do a quick spot check. I think I've had enough. It's past 3. It's in fact 3:30. It's not really what I wanted. I didn't want to go until this amount of time in the night time. I think I started after 1, just after 1, so this will be 2 hours and a bit, maybe 2.5 hours long. I'm going to leave it there. So I do apologize that I'm apologizing. And we're going to leave it there, guys. I've got plenty of movies to talk about. I've always got stuff to talk about. You're never going to run out of things in this room to talk about. We're always going to have pop culture, physical media, and obviously, toys and music and cassettes. One of the things I want to do a bit of focus on in the near future is music, because I have a lot of things that I'm always thinking about, and I've got a lot of things to say about music and the music that I love, everything from rock and pop to 80s, pop punk. Sorry. There's lots of music out there, soundtracks, jazz, soul, blues. There's a lot of music that I love, metal, of course, that I want to talk about. It's just I'm trying to formulate how I'm going to talk about it and how I'm going to bring it to, come on, Roddy, focus, please. How I'm going to bring it to your attention without sort of going in too many different directions at once, because ultimately I believe music is in the ear of the beholder. And more than anything else, I think it's easier for someone to have a very strong opinion on a film or a movie or a TV series, and be able to say something is good or trash about movies, because that's just their opinion about something that's very subjective. Music is subjective too, but also it's a lot more open. People should be a lot more open-minded with music. I hear a lot of my music is cool and your music is shit. And I don't like hearing that. I have opinions on music. I think some music might be shit. I think some music might be great. I think some music might be just your kind of music and not mine. But for the most part, I just think we need to stop dissing other people's choice in music. And just admit that maybe that's not my thing, or admit that maybe you do like some of the music and you're just lying to yourself and you're stuck in a clique. And maybe that it's not acceptable to listen to that kind of music. Music is one of those things that is something that's very close to my heart. I listen to a lot of music, a lot of music, and I live in that world. So I want to talk about it. I want to be respectful, and I want to make sure that we understand the differences between what you like and what I like, or what someone else might like. Doesn't mean that you can't like other stuff too. But it's also okay to not like it as long as you respect other people's love of music. So let's talk about that at another stage. I just need to formulate how to have that conversation and also talk about a lot of music that I love as well. And we've got lots of movies to talk about. We've got more mail. We've got like a whole, like those two are just two of a whole bundle of mail that's just been sitting here waiting to be talked about. And I'm really excited to do it. So I might have to do the next one because I've been rambling too long on the ones that I found from the op shop, which were very cool too. In the meantime, don't forget, guys, if you really like what I do, don't forget to subscribe. It's a small gesture for you and a huge leap for me. Even a like and a comment. Commenting on my video or being on my live, it makes a huge difference to me as a small content creator because, you know, the amount of time and effort that goes into this, obviously a live is 2 hours, 2.5 hours of my life. But there's all the prep beforehand. There's the wind down after, and there's the clearing of files and making bumpers and researching and taking photos and downloading things. They all take forever. Everything takes forever. So I'm putting in effort because I think I've got something to give. If anybody wants to, if you want to show a bit of love to that, subscribe, like, comment, share, even share with your friends. If you don't like it, but you know someone who likes it, sharing it matters. So thank you so much to the people that have subscribed, to the people that are liking, the people that are commenting, the people that are interacting with me. I do really, truly, from my heart, appreciate it. So thank you so very much for that. And to all the people that have been tonight, which is pretty much Alison Troy. Alison, thank you so much for being here. It means a lot to me that you have jumped in here and had a chat to me. And look, honestly, like Alison said, if she's busy and if you're busy and you can't watch, but you got a pair of headphones, you got like the noise cancelling Bluetooth earbuds in your ear, just stick your phone in your pocket and have a listen. Because all I do is talk. And hopefully what I've got to say is mildly interesting, even if you disagree with it. I do that all day, every day. I watch with my ears, YouTube. I watch with my ears, and I just let each video go to the next one, and I enjoy hearing people have an opinion on things. So thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate your time. To the people on Instagram, I'm going to say goodbye to you too. This has gone on for a very long time. I'm going to close off Instagram and leave it at that. And now I'm just going to share it as is without any effort put into it. Yeah, just share. I'm not going to add anything to that. All right. Thanks, guys. BZ in the Neon Doom Room for another successful live stream. It's been wonderful. It's been real, and I appreciate all of you. Have a great night. Good night, Alison. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your video making. I'll look out for it when I'm on surfing the Instagrams and surfing the YouTubes, and we'll see what you're coloring in next. Anybody who doesn't know, please go ahead and jump on Alison Troy /retro toy princess, I can't talk, on Instagram and YouTube. She does coloring in, she does comments, she has great videos about the history of toys. So if you want to jump on and support her, we all need to support each other. If you know somebody that needs some support, please hit me up, send a message to me through YouTube or Instagram. I'm up for supporting a creator, somebody who's interested in what we're interested in. And we'll go from there. But thanks, guys. Have a good night. I'm going to draw out the goodbyes. I hate long goodbyes. Have a good night. BZ in the Neon Doom Room saying good night. And don't forget to melt your mushrooms and backfire your bananas. I think I've used bananas too many times. BZ out. Have a good night. Good night, Australia. Good night to the wide world. Love you.